What's going on, fellow YouTube DIYers? Today, we're working on something new. This is an 2014 Acura RDX. It's got a pretty common issue that plagues these little J series, J35, 3.5 liter V6s, particularly in these and I think the Honda Odysseys, where the spool valve, it's called, springs an oil leak. And I've tried one fix already, didn't work out, and I think it's a little deeper. So we're going to dive in. We're going to save $250 to $300 plus labor if you're having somebody else do it, and parts, by basically pulling it off, cleaning it, putting it back together with fresh sealant. Let's dive into it. So a little backstory on this car. It is a replacement for the 2010 Hyundai Elantra that my wife has had for 15 plus years, I believe. She's had it since before her and I got together. Honestly, it was a great little car, but it just got too small once we had our son. This one we just picked up probably about a week and a half ago, and as you can see in the driveway, it's marking its territory. Upon some research, I ran a Carfax on it. It shows about 3 alternator replacements within the last year, 2 of which were at an Acura dealership. One was at the car lot that I purchased it from. They put valve cover gaskets on it, and it's obviously still visibly leaking, and it just blows my mind that they have in the past put so many alternators on there, and you'd think pulling them off soaked in oil would have been a red flag that maybe there's another issue, and they just continued throwing alternators on it. So I'm going to nip this in the butt before it costs me an alternator. As you can see, the alternator is directly below where our leak is, which is right here. Now this spool valve assembly, there's a solenoid here and a pressure sensor here. It sits on one block, an upper portion. There's a metal spacer plate in between them, and then there's a lower portion. The spacer plate has a rubber gasket on either side of it. I pulled it apart and replaced that with some, I don't even remember what brand, I bought them off of Rock Auto. That does not appear to be my leak because it is dry at the mating surface all the way around between those 2 pieces. There's just 3 bolts, and that's commonly what goes bad on them. Now granted, when I pulled it off, one seemed fresh, like somebody attempted to replace it recently. The other one was hard as a rock and fell apart into pieces as I tried to pull it off. So it certainly was not in great shape, but it was not the overall cause and source of my leak. I believe it is held on, this whole assembly is held on, there's a bolt down here and a bolt up here. And it is just mated to the head with sealant, basically Honda Bond. And what I am going to attempt to do is pull this whole assembly off and clean it up really good, put some fresh Honda Bond, reassemble it. Now, this whole assembly, this whole spool valve assembly, you can buy from Honda, Honda part number, and it ranges from $250 to $300 from what I found online. You cannot buy just this gasket in here. The actual, I think there's a TSB out for replacing the seal on that, which requires the purchase of the entire spool valve and literally opening it up and robbing the gaskets out of it and putting it back together with the gaskets out of the, well, and I think they replaced the top end with the TSB as well, but it baffles me that you can't just buy that gasket for one. But irregardless, like I said, I don't think that's my issue. I believe it's this, you can kind of see the bead of sealant up here, and at the bottom, it's hard to pick up on camera, but there is a wetness coming from down there. It is not where these ones up here are mounting. It's actually coming from the surface down here at the cylinder head where the entire spool valve assembly is mounted to it. So I believe that sealant is just old and degraded and it's falling apart. Now, the spool valve, if you're curious, is Honda's answer to cylinder deactivation. Imagine that, a cylinder deactivation that has issues. Manufacturers, please stop putting this on your cars. They're nothing but issues. But anyways, to get to that, to pull this whole assembly, you can replace this, that bolt, these 2 bolts, and replace that little seal in there without pulling much else apart except getting this wiring harness out of the way. Now, to replace the actual mating surface at the cylinder head, valve cover's got to come off. To get that off, intake manifield's got to come out of the way. Once you get that deep, that spool valve, it has 2 circular spots on it that the rocker rails actually slot into. So in order to remove this whole assembly, you actually have to pull the rocker rails off of the cylinder head, which I guess scares the crap out of a lot of people, and they figure if I'm going to go that deep, I'm going to replace that valve. There's nothing physically wrong with this valve. It functions perfectly fine. I don't see the need to replace it if it's not broken. It is just leaking. So we're gonna pull it off, clean it, reseal it, reinstall it, rock on. Now, I'm not gonna go into full detail on getting to this assembly. There is an excellent video out there by Eric the Car Guy. He goes over the process of removing this, the valve covers, and removing and replacing this entire assembly in his video. Like I said, we're not replacing it, we're just pulling it off, cleaning it, putting it back on. I'm also going to adjust the valves, the valve lash while I'm in here. He has an excellent video on that. I'm going to link both of those down in the description, because I'm just going to time lapse through the disassembly and getting to that point, and then I'm going to jump back in and give some details about when I get that off of there to go through the process of cleaning it, resealing it, and reinstalling. But yeah, that's pretty much it. It's an onion. It's one of those, you got to pull that off, then you got to pull that off, then you got to pull that off, just to get to one little sealant area in there. But such is auto mechanics, right? So let's dive into it. Like I said, I'm going to time lapse through a lot of this and pick back up when we get to actually pulling that part off and resealing it. This is our rocker arms complete, or rocker shafts and arms complete with spool valve. Now this literally slides right off the end, just like that. And that mounting base, all that holds, or all that seals it, is just a bead of Honda Bond. And it is, move this out of the way here. What is on there is old and is absolutely thrashed, and it's just breaking off. So that is what we're going to clean and reinstall with some fresh Honda Bond HT. Yeah, this stuff is rock hard and brittle, so I'm pretty confident that's where my leak was coming from. But anyhow, I'm going to clean it up and get it cleaned up, the surface of the head cleaned up, and get back with you when it's time to reinstall. Now, if you're curious about the sealant, Honda Bond HT, so that's the stuff that's preferred for this. You don't need a whole lot. Just a thin bead, evenly spread around that. I probably went a little bit overboard around that little alignment dial, but it'll be fine. And then it just mates to the cylinder head, like so, with that on there. So I'm gonna get this, actually I can do that right now. Literally, catch this on camera, you just line that up, and she just slides on. There's still a little bit of oily surface on those shafts, so I'm not too worried about it. And now, we need to set this down on the cylinder head, being careful not to wipe off too much of that Honda Bond on everything else around it while we set it down in place. Alright, so our first round is actually 18 foot-pounds. Got ourselves a brand new Tecton torque wrench. You know, not a sponsored Tecton or anything, but I really love their tools. So we're going to do 18 foot-pounds, start from the center. We're going to spiral our way out, and then we're going to jump up to 21 foot-pounds. So these are 18. Okay. Now we're going to jump up to 21. So now we've got freshly sealed spool valve, freshly sealed valve cover, leak for the spark plug tubes. That, in theory, should have eliminated all our leaks that we were having. As you can see down here, we've got a little sealant protrusion around our spool valve. You can see where the valve cover meets the head right down in there. We've got a little bit of sealant squeeze out, so we know we got a good seal there. And that squeeze out runs all the way down. You can see it down here. That is where the spool valve is mounting to the cylinder head. So we've got good sealant. Same thing right there where the valve cover is meeting. We've got a good squeeze out there. So I'm pretty positive that we got a good seal now. It's nothing excessive, just a little bit squeezing out there. And it's hard to see, but I don't know if I'll be able to even pick it up on camera. There is a little bit of squeeze. Yeah, you can see the squeeze out that runs all the way down that spool valve where it's meeting the cylinder head. So we've got good bead of sealant all the way through around the mating surface of that spool valve onto the head. So I think that we should be good and sealed, and hopefully saved ourselves another alternator. But yeah, I'm gonna pick this back up in about a week and a half from now, just to verify that we have no more leaks. The rest of this is getting reassembled off camera, because again, that's not what this video is about. So, off camera, I'll put this back together. I'm gonna change that back valve cover first. Put this back together. Sorry, valve cover gasket. I'm not changing the cover. And put the intake back on. And get back with you in a little bit. And verify if we fixed a leak or not. Alright, it's been roughly a week now. Okay, it's been 6 days, not 7, but whatever. We've been driving the car pretty regularly, every day. And I am happy to say that a great success. That little, removal and resealant seemed to have done the trick. She is dry down in that area, and yeah, no issues. So all in, not bad for afternoon's worth of work, and just disassembly, cleaning, and reassembly of a fresh sealant. So there you go. Save yourself the money. You got to replace the whole valve if it ain't throwing your light or getting weird issues with the VCM or anything like that. Just pull it off, clean it, reassemble with some fresh sealant, and move on with your life. Appreciate you watching. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe if you want to see more content like this. As you notice, this is the first video with our new logo, name, and all that. And changing my style a little bit as well. I try to get a little bit shorter videos, take out a lot of the fluff, and if you like what you see, let me know. If you want something else thrown in it, also let me know. But appreciate you watching, and we'll catch you on the next one.